Doug, welcome to the show. You had an MRI on your knee on Monday. What's your status right now?
I'm good. That's all you need to know.
Oh, so that's how we're going to play. All right, I'll ask a football question then, Doug. Obviously, your offense has struggled the first two games. You scored only one touchdown, the one you caught game winner against the Dolphins. Your quarterback's playing on a bum ankle right now. But my question to you is, how much have you missed the presence of Marshawn Lynch?
I don't know if we've missed him so much in terms of what you're trying to get at, but obviously as a great teammate, as a great friend, we miss him in the locker room. A phenomenal guy, phenomenal person, phenomenal human being. So yeah, we miss him in that aspect. But we had to fill the shoes, and we got Christian Michael and Thomas Rawls, and those guys are going to be able to carry the load for us. We got a lot of things to clean up, and I think that's what you're trying to allude to. But for the most part, we're going to be all right.
Doug, as they mentioned in the montage that you and Russell were the hottest wide receiver quarterback combination going late last year. What made that so successful, and how are you guys going to be able to pick right back up where you left off?
It's more so just a trust thing, a confidence factor in each other, knowing that I'm going to be where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there, and Russ is going to deliver the ball on time, and I'm trusting he's going to put me in a spot where I can be successful. So it came down to that, and we executed at a very high level across the board, from the quarterback, obviously, the offensive line, running backs, receivers, tight ends. We just executed at a very high level, and so you saw what we were capable of doing when we do that. And what it's going to take for us to continue to do that is continue to build on that trust and letting each other know that we're going to be there for each other when we need to be.
Doug, I read an amazing stat the other day. Your front office has committed fewer dollars to paying your offensive line than any other NFL team. Obviously, I guess they're trusting your quarterback with his escapability to make up for your offensive line occasionally. But how much does that concern you as a team leader?
I'm paid to play football. I'm not paid to make front office decisions or even think about front office decisions, so I don't concern myself with it. However, obviously, we are concerned with Russell's health and obviously gelling as an offense, so that's what I'm more concerned about, is making sure that everybody's on the same page and moving towards the right direction, and all that other stuff will take care of itself.
Doug, I want to ask you a two-part question. You've been very outspoken, and you're very knowledgeable what's going on in our society. What were your initial reactions to Colin Kaepernick when he did what he did, and how did you and your teammates come to the conclusion that you were going to join arms to show your support, solidarity with Colin on this issue?
Well, immediately what I thought was Cap was doing what needed to be done. You know, he was shouting on the table, letting everybody know that there's something going on in our communities, in our country, that needed to change. And so I applaud him for that, and I'm thankful for his leadership and standing up and taking the brunt of the hits by being the example. And our solidarity, our demonstration of solidarity with his message, is just that. We know that there's things going on in our community that need to change. Obviously, what happened in Tulsa just recently, other things that are going on across the country, we know that it's time for change. And we've been standing on the table. You hear us. We're asking people to listen. And on our end, we're going to listen to the people who have the solutions, who have the knowledge about what we don't know, and we're going to come up with a plan. And at this point, I couldn't be more proud of what Kaepernick has done, and I'm thankful to be a part of this movement.
But you can understand that everyone was not pleased with your gesture. Can you understand that people that's not following see a team come out locked in arms? Can you understand why they would not automatically assume that you're talking about the police brutality against unarmed African Americans?
Of course, because that's the same issue that we were dealing with people who were mad at Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee. It's very easy for us to underestimate people's ability to suppress their emotional responses to anything that's going on. And it's the same thing. You're more concerned with the method rather than the message. And we need people to listen. And the people who aren't listening, you're not our target audience. The people who are willing to listen, who understand that there's something going on in our country that needs to change and want to help, those are the people that we're targeting, because ultimately they're going to be the difference makers. And maybe it might not change in our lifetime. People might not be able to understand the message in our lifetime, but we're not going to just sit back and let it go. We're going to do whatever we can, regardless of the negativity that's thrown in our direction.
what's the end game? How long are you going to keep this? Obviously, Colin said he's going to do it until he feels that the necessary changes have taken place. How long are you and your teammates going to continue this?
Well, we've planned this for the foreseeable future, and the end game for us is not necessarily just standing and locking arms the entire time. We've put together a task force here in Seattle. We call it the Building Bridges Task Force, and basically what we're doing is gathering all the knowledge, all the information that we can in order to set a plan up to go in our communities and help this situation, bridge a gap between the law enforcement and the community. So that's what we're currently doing. I had a meeting yesterday with some people that have been helping Seattle Police Department be a better police department for the community, getting as much information as I can. So like I said, we can not just do this as a protest, but actually as an action now in changing our communities.
Doug, how did the incident you referred to, the latest in Tulsa, Oklahoma, hit you personally?
It's frustrating. Obviously, it's extremely frustrating because you don't understand it. The video itself just doesn't make sense, and obviously my heart goes out to the family, and I can't help but put myself in that situation. And obviously there's a lot of information that we don't know, that I would love to know about. So again, there's things that need to change, and whether it's laws or policies, we need to take a vital look at what we're teaching our law enforcement, what we're teaching our kids, what we're teaching our community in general, how to handle these situations, crisis prevention, de-escalation policies, all of these things. It brings it back to the forefront that there's some things that need to be changed.
Great job, Doug. Good luck on Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us.